magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm ballin' like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, ooh. Then the juke move, Heisman stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. It is not a game, it is not a game. Banging on your chip when I come through the paint. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go. Back.
They run with a second-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Play action. It's Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
He'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On third down, here's Hall. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stuff the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players, it gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
To throw again is Wilson. Touchdown Colts!
Dameon Pierce.
His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Colts are on the board here first in the season opener.
Point after here coming up. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have that bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Hey!
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
50. At the 47-yard line. Ready.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Throwing now is Geno. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw is Wilson.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run.
This is caught inside the 15. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wilson will throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Isaiah Likely
with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Colts are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
14, Texans, nothing.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Nowhere to go that time. Might have got a yard up to the 25. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
18 Cardinals.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. And his throw is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On the return is Jones. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. And the tight end goes in motion left. On first down, Wilson.
Complete to Likely.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They go play action now. Wilson. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Again, Wilson. Touchdown!
Isaiah Likely
making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Colts are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with it.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So they took their shot. That was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Play action. It's Wilson.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 23 yards the pickup there.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Play action. Now Wilson. He's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
On Amon-Ra St. Brown.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 28-0. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he returns this to the 22.
The Texans take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
Oh, I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Hawk 70. Bronco switch.
They'll run with Hall.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They snap it to Smith. Sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Brandon Ayuk,
30 yards.
And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Paul again. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Wilson. His throw incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. They find some open field here. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Let's go.
Now Wilson on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it is 42-0.
42, Texans nothing.